All right, kicking off the vintage baseball that I found in my collection. Quick 1963 Drysdale. Now we go into a bunch of 1971 tops. Really, really tough to get in good condition because of the black borders, right? They chip so easily, and frankly, a lot of the cards were really cut poorly, terribly off center. This one's funny, this Jim Nash, you see that black blob? That's an error card, right? They had some with the black blob and some with that kind of brushed out. Uh, Even some of these cards that are minor guys, right? Merv Rettenmund, Steve Bry rookies, they can be really valuable. And I think the condition that I have a lot of these in, creates some potential. I mean, Gaylord Perry, Mickey Lolich, gorgeous, gorgeous cards. We'll come up on a few stars, as we work through this. Hal McRae, he was pretty good in the day. There's Jim Palmer mowing him down in the playoffs. Veda Pinson, great action shot. Fergie Jenkins, Hall of Famer, a little off center. Gorgeous, gorgeous Brooks Robinson. That's a biggie. That's my favorite. And Joe Torre, how do you not love that picture? And Ted Williams, they got him smiling. I thought he was a miserable bastard. All right, it's 1976 tops. Another one of my favorites. Jim Rice, Steve Carlton. Really, really great shape those cards are in. Jim Rice, one of my all-time faves. Met him in person once. Really cool guy. Now moving on to 78 tops. A brief appearance, Tom Seaver. 79, got a pretty good Pete Rose. These are virtually impossible to find in really good condition. Johnny Bench, Eddie Murray, and Mike Schmidt coming up. Really sharp. These are all really sharp corner-wise, but the centering is going to be the only issue on him. Gary Carter, Hall of Famer. I was not a Met fan, but he was good. 1980 tops. Bly, Levin, and Palmer, two great Hall of Fame pitchers. A pretty pristine Harold Baines. I'm not a Harold Baines fan. I don't believe he should have been in the Hall of Fame, but we'll go with it. Got some other stars in this 81 tops, which is one of my favorite sets ever. The All-Star banners, right? Reggie Jackson, Tom Seaver, a great action shot, and Mark the Bird Fidrich. Some 82 Donruss. Not really high-value cards, but fun to look at. And who doesn't like the San Diego Chicken card? 83 tops, a Winfield, Palmer, Carlton, and then a really, really nice Ryan Sandberg that I had no idea that I had. Sandberg, this card was always tough for me to get. I always had the Boggs and the Gwynn, but for some reason I couldn't hold on to the Sandberg, but I was glad to see that I must have acquired it. 86 Fleer All-Star Team, really, really cool. I'll call him an insert, but two of my favorite cards in the mid-'80s. Now we'll move into 86. We got the traded sets. We got a couple Bows. Jose Canseco, Barry Bonds, right? You know who's coming. The usual suspects here. These are all in really good shape. Harold Reynolds, I just thought, I love this pose. And then I like the way he calls the game too, so on Baseball Tonight. Pete Rose, these 86 cards, again, tough grades, tough to get in great condition because of the black, because of the way they were cut, right? They were all cut like, by 6-year-olds as opposed to machines. Bunch of Hendersons, Roger Clemens, second year, cool Cal Ripken. We're going to get into Rod Carew, who is always so photogenic, and speaking of photogenic, Reggie Jackson, some of the best cards ever. A few TCMA 1982, I think this is, Home Run Legends. It's fun. Babe Ruth, Ted Williams, Hank Aaron. Okay, beat that. All right, now we get into a bunch of the Griffies. I'm doing a Griffey submission because there's a PSA special. So some of these are really nice. He's just got the greatest swing. Talk about photogenic. He was really photogenic, both in the swing and then that smile. No wonder he was the favorite of everybody in the collecting world and baseball world. Coming up this. Here's a bunch of the 89s. I think I'm submitting 28 of them. Hopefully a few of them, gem out. And hopefully we get a bunch of 10s and a bunch of 9s. I love this card. Easily the ugliest set I've ever seen, that 91 Fleer. And then they have the picture of Griffey as if he just like popped up and he's ready to slam the bat down. Poor choice, guys. Some upper deck, more score, and we get into a few, what is this, 93 tops maybe? Then Top Stadium Club coming up. Cool pictures though, right? Really cool stuff. And then I think, yeah, and I like this other one with the family, right? Him, his father, and his brother. Really cool card. A couple of inserts, the bazooka one, and then some star power and an action-packed vintage baseball video. That's what came out of my collection. I'll see you again soon.